Oh man, we back, man. Philly fucking first 48, man. We back. This is a special one, y'all. This is fucking special one, man. We here.
Start your shit.
Yo, you been doing your thing lately. I'm giving you flowers.
Okay. Cause you about to start your
I was about to name them names. You've been rubbing shoulders in the industry with different folks. So I'm giving my brother his flowers, man.
I've been hanging with my friends.
You been hanging with your friends?
Yeah, that's it. You call it
Gazelle?
rubbing shoulders.
No, but I saw Kevin Gates down on the block.
Kevin Gates came to the store yesterday.
Yo, like just on some regular shit. Like, you know, that's heavy.
Right, I came to
Major.
get some CMOS and see the kids. You know, I'm right across the street from the school, so I came to see the kids.
Can I give you a proper introduction? Leak Moss, man. We about to get right into it. My guy, Leak Moss, man. Dog, like I said, Kevin Gates. You just dropped the project. That shit heavy. Good book. You been doing your thing. You been working, man. Free AR ad.
Yeah, I've been trying to work, man. They'll say less talk, more work.
I see you, man. I see you. You had a hell of a year. I say a great year.
That was cool. It was pretty good.
You was on the internet a lot, nigga.
A little bit.
Yeah, man. Just creating your own shit and just, you know what I mean, sticking with it and going through with it, man. OBH, Leak Moss. Like, you know, we know that ad took a fall this year. It did him dirty. How you feel about that shit? Let's just start opening up right there, man. Free AR ad. Somebody that's super important to Philadelphia, man. He took all the young niggas under his wing, man. Everybody was OBH. Yeah.
Great guy, great heart.
Good heart. You know what I mean? Free ad.
Free moulins, free the rest of the men. All the sturdy men. You know? The ones that stay sturdy.
Well, let's start from right there. Both of your brothers, man. Moulins. Ad. You the only one out here.
Yeah.
Ad got kids. Moulins got kids. And you hold that weight and make sure your nephew's straight, man. I gotta salute you on that, man. But I wanna go back a little bit. When they gave Ad them numbers and shit, how did you feel? Relieved?
Yeah. They was trying to give him life. So I felt like that's better than life. I mean, we wasn't really worried about whatever they was going to do. Once we realized like they was going to do whatever they was going to do to get the conviction, it's like, all right, cool. We seen what game y'all play. We were concerned. It was like the next round.
Right.
And trying to see what tricks they pull out this round.
Yeah. Free Ab, we know he's going to come home. The city, we love him, man. He did a lot for the city and people outside the city too. I saw him, he was gathering people. So he gave you that stamp this year. He said, I'm down, but my brother Leak Moss, I'm turning everything to him.
I thought we already knew that. See, that's the thing. So I didn't think it was a question. I did. It would be the other guy if his honor was intact.
I'm glad you said
I ain't had no problem with it, you know. That's always been me. I always been the guy that's like in the background.
Yeah.
That's the role I would like to play. But since there's, you know what I'm saying? This guy's not sturdy. Ab's in jail. This guy's not sturdy. It's like, who else? Got me, man.
You had a personal relationship with him before, though.
Yeah.
He was on the team and...
Not too personal. I thought it was. Not too personal, though. I ain't find that out till after Ab went to jail. And it was like...
I mean, when we was going through our shit, I was like, damn, what is this? Is this true? But it's like you did not break the news immediately. Like, you waited because I feel like you knew the relationship him and Ab had. Because I remember y'all was on Queen's Flip, and Queen's Flip asked y'all a few questions about him. And you was real with your word. You was real smooth with your words. You know how you is. You know how to work this shit.
Right.
But you ain't come out here. You ain't say such a rat. I remember one time you was on live with...
I think he still in jail.
He was out here at that time.
Was he?
Oh, no, he was. You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was no question. You see what I'm saying? Now, My thing always been I have to talk to him and see, you know, some things that I needed him to explain.
You was big on that. I'm talking about off camera too.
Yeah, I had to talk to him because it was just some things that I needed him to explain. When I talked to him, he couldn't explain it. And it was like, you know what? Stay away from me. So that whole Darklo's a rat joint was a joint that was like a campaign that I started to keep him away from me. Because I didn't know what was going on. I was confused. I seen I'd be better for y'all out there. Like I said before, I'll be way better for y'all out there. And then he popped out. It was like, oh shit, this guy's good. Stay and get away from him. But that's all that really was. And you know that since you know OBH,
yeah,
you know that you can't really carry that brand.
I know.
And make it too. You come on now.
Yeah.
How you gonna carry that brand and have a 2-hour interview with the police?
Y'all niggas make up words and shit, call niggas rat lovers and shit.
That's an oxymoron.
So now on OBH is the biggest rat of them all and shit like that.
Hold on, time out here. Time out here. I'm saying he's not the biggest rat of them all because I don't know who he put in jail.
All right, okay. Wait, listen, I got a special guest. We gonna tap in on this. This is a
because he be able to tell you a little better. Because
because I don't want it to seem like we picking on nobody.
Yeah, he's the expert.
Yeah. But we got a few guests. It's just this. Yo, y'all in for a good one, man. So you said you had a campaign. Yes, you did, man. Yes,
I needed him to stay away from me. How you been staying away from me? Don't try to beat my friend down that you done worked your way out of jail with these people. I believe he was out here to work and get somebody in jail. Then he couldn't do it once he got out here. And they put his ass back in jail.
Wow. But my thing is, a lot of people was rocking with him and was like, oh, Lee Mars hating.
Yeah, I know, but that's cool. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, you know?
I set up a phone conversation with y'all, you and Darklo. Darklo called me. He wanted to talk to you. I called you before. I called you before and I asked you. And let me tell you about this nigga. Let me tell you about this guy. This is my brother though, man. I love this nigga. But let me tell you about him. He promised me to be real. He was going to be real civil and was going to hear him out. We got on that phone.
I said what? If he do what?
So
I said if he do what though? I said if he do what? Admit to 2 things. What?
You did say that, bro.
I said he have to admit to telling.
You did.
And he got to admit to doing that weird shit. You know what I'm saying? He have to admit to that.
Wow.
When we got on that phone, it was when it was civil. Did he admit to both of them things?
You ain't putting
and then I got
shit, it. But yeah, man, I gotta be a real nigga. He definitely did.
He did.
And I was fucking shocked, man. It was mind-blowing to me.
Then I cussed him out. You snake ass rat. Once you admitted to being a rat and a snake, then I start calling you snake ass rat ass nigga. Get the fuck Johnny was mad at me. I told him I wasn't gonna do that. He just wanted.
No, I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad because, like you said, he admit to the things and shit. And on top of it, but I couldn't believe he was letting a grown man talk to him like that. How you was talking to him, I had to hang the fucking phone up and end the call. Yeah, but I mean, I understand your pain. Like, I understand why you feel how you feel because, Moss, your brother, like, yeah, niggas can say all this about Ab and all that. I'm Ab best friend, homie, but that's your brothers. And to see your brother best friend say some shit he ain't supposed to say, we know not to say. We not trying to manipulate no cops and none of that shit. No, nigga, don't say nothing. Wait till Lori get here. We know that. You rap, that's his rap. Like, he got, you know what I mean? Like, he holds some weight being a part of OBH. And when Ab got booked first time, he, you know what I mean, he put him in charge. So he should have known that. And on top of that, I heard it. Niggas ain't hear him. I heard it.
He was already lying to be in charge. It's like Ab didn't really have to appoint. You see what I'm saying? Because it was like already there. Ab had a strategy where he put you in front of the people. That's his thing. Let's see how they like you. You want to be cunning.
That's how he was, man.
And if they take to you more than they took to Darklo, he ain't had it. Darklo, I'm not going to lie to you. I never thought that he had an ego because he always was like, you know what I mean? You know how you got the tears of OBH. He never really cared about you know, where he fit in at. He was comfortable with. You know, he was, like I told you, he's a creative player, so.
You called him Ab brother. I mean, Ab clone or some shit. You said that when I first, you said that's he called him his uncle or some shit. Like, he was
I'm his uncle.
Let's get. So
my nephew, man.
But let me tell you this: Ab taking that hard, man. It took Ab some time because I remember when you first broke the news. Because
who said Ab taking it hard?
Because let me explain myself.
Ab said, "Why is you doing that? Why is you doing family business on the internet?" That's it.
No,
he didn't mind.
He denounced this. He denounced the allegation one point of a time.
No, he didn't.
All right, he said I got to figure out what's really going on.
He didn't understand because he's there. He never seen the YouTube shit. He never seen the Darklo state. He never seen none of that.
Right.
So when it was asked to him, it's like, no. Then he got sent to him. Then it's like, oh shit, he said that. You see what I'm saying? And nobody you gotta understand, they didn't have a relationship after Darklo came home.
Right.
They didn't have a relationship. I was talking to Ab every day. He wasn't talking to Darklo.
Wow.
For a few reasons.
Well, let me say this.
But you know, I don't think that Ab think he a rat dog. I can't say like he feel 100% how I feel, but he understand how I feel. See what I'm saying? He's not against how I feel. He understands. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand. Because he understand me. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
So he's like, I know you weren't going to be able to go for that shit. What do you want me to do here?
This manager was really the one confusing everybody. Poe.
I mean, you know, once you love somebody, you know, it got to be, I don't understand how more clear it could be than that black and white. But Poe was under the jaw like, maybe they messed up how they put it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, because he can challenge that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If they messed up your paperwork, all you got to do is file a motion. Boom, yo, they messed my paperwork, and it has to be fixed. They can't do that.
Wow.
See what I'm saying? They can't do that. If you was in jail, he said, I was passing my paperwork around in jail. Ain't nobody called me no rat. I'm like, I don't know why. You was passing that around? You see what I'm saying? But if you was passing that around, how could you say like they messed you? How you said it up? Which one was it? You would have jumped on that.
Wow.
You would have jumped on that.
Yeah.
Think you would have nailed on some Darklo, you know, they kept you away from, you know, certain people, and you ain't really passed that around. Nobody seen that statement there. I know ain't nobody seen that. Come on, 2 hours.
Well, Galley TV was warning you though. He was the first guy that broke the news.
About what? About his statement?
Oh yeah, he was Mickey broke it.
I wasn't really watching.
Galley
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, okay. You saw. I get you.
Now I seen Mikey when Mickey did it because everybody was sending it to me. You gotta understand, that's what I had to explain to Ab, how hard it is to keep saying this when it's people in my DM circling that paragraph, screenshotting it, blowing it up, sending me that exact part. Explain this. You still rocking with this boy after this? I thought you had some honor. You have no honor. I'm just not. I'm like, I'm looking at this shit like.
Funny story, Lee, not to cut you off. You and Queen's Flip was on live.
Yeah.
It was another situation you in, another individual with a tool, whatever. He was asking to produce his PP number. By a mistake, you presented Darklo PP number and shit like that. And remember that? Do you remember that moment?
I don't remember.
And you hurry up and
oh shit, man, I do it.
But that's the first time in I just vividly remember all that. But
yeah, when he looked it up. Yeah, he looked it up. Yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah.
Hell of a year. Another thing, man. So all right, just to get off of that. Now
I'm at Queen's Flip through King Erna. That's really King Erna, folks, man. He's supposed to be. Ain't he here? Ain't King Erna?
Yeah. Let's get him at the table. Yeah, and I'm gonna say this before you get here. This is why I respect Leap Moss. I remember another individual you was going at it with. I got mixed up in it. Everybody know the story. I remember I was going through multiple things at that time.
This guy's a good interview. He gonna take it everywhere.
I'm a pro now. So I So the thing, let me get to the point. I was going through with Quilly Mills at the time. Mm-hmm. That's my dog now, but we was going at it and it was serious. So I saw him put a video up. He was on Erie Ave. I said, this is my moment I get to. And I pulled up on him. I see you on Erie Ave. I see you. Mm-hmm. And when we first met, our first conversation, well, everybody knows the story with me and Quill. We're not going to shine no light up, but you was one of the ones pull me off. And like, yo, we got this right here, bro, chill out. Then we had our conversation about the situation that was going on at the time. Mm-hmm. Things led on. I interviewed you. We created our bond. At a point of a time, we was going back and forth.
Every day?
Yeah.
Because of you, though, not because of me.
Because I wanted to see you.
You was Troy.
And I said, nobody ain't played with you at this time. But I'm like, I'm a brave guy. And I'm ready to take it to all limits when I'm disrespected as well as you.
You never was disrespected, though.
I was.
You couldn't understand what was going on.
I didn't understand. I didn't even know what I was walking to. I'm going to say this to the people. I never even talked. I was getting manipulated.
I used to get him
by some grown-ass dickheads because I was fried. That shit would never happen again. I can't look back at that fucking footage. But let me tell the people why I respect you. Because when I said Moss, I want to pull the fuck up, Moss. When I said all that shit, and you was talking shit.
What'd I say, though? But
when things got serious and me, Erna, which you had to bring them in, got serious, you was calling me. And you spoke some sense. You said, why are we going to be going through it? It's not going to happen to one of us. And
they just
whoever the individual was going to be up, they feet up, mission accomplished.
Yeah, just goal accomplished. Everybody's goal accomplished. Never black man dead. Never one off the streets. It's just weird. Over what? Because you can't take this internet shit. That was you. You couldn't take it. It wasn't my fault.
And you used to call me like this shit.
Every time you snap, hey, I'm talking about this is a private snap him. This guy snaps in private. He was drawing it. Snapping just on the phone. What? You know I pull up. I've been to Erie Avenue before. It's like, no, for what? Why you want to pull up? It's not going there. Just relax, bro. Just chill.
But let me say, all serious is funny, but I respect it because niggas don't carry it like that. Oh, we here. Oh man, we got another guest. This is history of the making, man.
How we carrying this shit, man? You hear me?
Y'all know who he is, the honor snatcher.
Hey, listen, man. We carrying this shit, man. 2022, man.
Give me my fucking honor back, man. Give me my shit back, man.
You waited for that.
Yes, and I freestyled that. But this is the lesson.
Wait with that.
But no, real talk. Let me say this. Mm-hmm. This what we doing right here.
Right.
We gotta be examples. You got a big platform.
Exactly.
I got a big platform. You've been doing this before me. Your shit a little larger than mine. But I'm giving you flowers.
Right. I appreciate that.
But last time around this year,
right,
I wanted to see you.
Right. Same here. Right. We was ready.
Yeah, we was ready.
Right.
We was ready.
Ain't no
but
question.
like Mars said, he mastered the internet. You mastered the internet. Y'all knew how the internet was. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to bring realness into the internet when ain't no real shit really popping and niggas don't go by morals.
At
niggas
all.
just, we all in the circus. Mars should tell me, we all in the circus, man. You a clown in the circus already because you on it.
From the jump, all of us.
Yeah, so while we was going at it, we said a lot of low blows to each other.
No doubt, yeah.
And I want to say this. It can show my growth, my elevation.
No doubt.
As sitting down with you, man. And understanding you. Right. You understanding me.
Ain't no question.
And it been on ever since, man.
No doubt.
I respect what you do.
I respect what you do. Same here, bro.
Yeah.
And I want to say the same to you, too. The same, you know, how we was going, everybody was going back and forth. It's a circus. It becomes a circus because you know who you really are. But a lot of dudes that's really from the streets, somebody say they not from the streets on these joints, what's the first thing they do? Go to try to prove their point that they from the streets.
Yeah.
And that's what we lost because, especially my age, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you lose 100% more going on there and responding in a negative way opposed to actually figuring out how can you settle it or, you know, have a conversation.
Right.
At first, when people used to say a conversation, I used to be like, that's for kittens. What do you mean a conversation?
Right.
But as you get older, you start getting the understanding that it is for kittens because kittens shouldn't have to have a conversation about things that don't have to do with you going in a positive manner and growing in life. Even if you failing, I shouldn't have to come to you in a negative form. I see a lot of dudes, they'll see a young man with his pants hanging down, and because they see his underwear and stuff and say, oh, if he was in jail and this, that, and the third, this person. But what if that child really just didn't have a belt? And what if every child in our communities, especially like in Baton Rouge, where you see a lot of them kids doing it, Chi-Town and live in poverty, what if all of them didn't have a belt and a culture just created them to carry it like that? You had dudes lying, oh, this is like this in jail. Listen, I've been in everywhere, federal and state, and guess what? I have never seen that dishonor about, hey, why your pants down? Now, I know it was an era before mine, and I've witnessed a little bit of that, where they was attacking people, but they were attacking the weak. In my the penitentiaries we've been in, Graterford and all that, if you were raped, you wanted to be raped, unless you was a white guy running around with blonde hair, man. At the end of the day, it's about individuals getting an understanding of, if you're a man, you're a man. The way we went at each other online was a way that we thought men handled things. And that's not how men handle things. Even what I said about your brother, I apologize 100%. My thing was, it wasn't about the person at hand. You see, so it was never personal about, say like I'm trying to get an emotion out of negative. It was like, how can I fight back?
Right.
And this is the only way of fighting back. What ends up happening is, and this is where I see the youngest losing, a lot of dudes don't understand it. I see them. They're losing online and they're figuring out a way, I'm going to get them in real life.
Damn.
So what ends up happening is everybody start following that. You don't understand. People, they took, for what I was saying about no guns on in other places, are saying, oh, he being negative. I'm not being negative. I just don't want to see about everybody getting killed. When you live this life at a time, and violence, right, you don't want to hear about violence 24/7. And when you come on it and they said it, and even in slavery times, they would put it in front of our people, the vision of our own people getting harmed, in order for us to capitalize and lose, because now everybody rooting, I'm going to get him, he going to put me on no guns on today.
Damn.
So how is these things becoming in, and that's not to take a shot at them. Right. Because that's not my goal. Everybody looking at us, the big beard guys, the beers, they're coming on that tip. No, don't take what we're saying because of who we used to be at a time and saying we coming negative. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
That's all
man, that was excellent, man. And let me say this. King Erna created his brand.
Ain't no question.
I mean, I remember you used to wear the Erna shirts. I knew you was wearing Erna shirts.
Ain't no question.
You always was solid, and you always was right there next to AR.
Ain't no question.
Even when I didn't know you. But let the people know.
Right. That's my extended family.
Yeah.
Ab is an honorable Lord brother I met, right, when I was in QSC. I was doing a joint with Mustafa. They got the Shea Natural thing, but at that time he pulled me off the streets. He said, I need somebody to promote. The angle and the route you're going negative. He bunged me around. We had some dudes that were supposed to be around. They start telling his wife, like, yo, King Erna is up here trying to run the joint like Death Row. He's tripping. The only ones that had some honor was like Moo Block. His block, the youngest from there, they would come through. We would have an honorable time and Young Boy Fame. With the stuff all over his face that y'all think he wears that like it's of honor, because that's him. He's embraced who he is and he's made it a style. That's different. But youngest step, he stuck with me. Wound up going to the can, I bail him out. He come home. You know how sometimes artists come home like, man, all right, I can come home from jail, but at the same token, I'm like, what's next? Yeah. And at the time, I'm not in the streets. We trying to, we doing DVDs. Yeah. Ab headed the DVD, and Ab was like, yo, come on up down here with us. Moolah was like, yo, you the only one that's from anywhere that's allowed to hear with a camera except for Ant. And I come right after Ant. You see where I'm coming from? Wow. So the love was there, and I seen that out of everybody, I'm from the Broad section of Philly. Right. You would think that, I've done a lot of bad things there. Yeah. But at the same token, I have. So it's kind of hard. It's like a prophet being in their own world. You know what I'm saying? In their land. Right. Their own people run them away, except I wasn't ran away. I stay close, but at the same token, I disassociate myself because of the things I know I have done in the past to people. I didn't went double far, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And people look at me as a certain type of guy, but I look at it as, if you're in the streets, everything they got to do with the streets comes with the streets. And if your honor isn't intact and you're not 100% solid, I'm going to carry it. Bottom line, I'm going to stand on it, you know what I mean? But in this life that we're living now, it's not the same life. So my mindset is more of this person getting cute or that. It's like, that's funny, because when you have performed so much in a negative form and you have been a part of this circus all your life, it's like, hold on, let me come up out of that. And we learn from that. Him, little bro, is like a big bro to me because he teach me a lot of shit, like in reference to my emotions.
Right.
Like, yo, hold on for a second. Far. Very far you're going. But at the same token, I'm going to ride with you.
Solid.
So while I'm acting up and I'm carrying and I'm snatching honor, his joint is like, hold it, the principle behind this, and this boy ain't on no fool shit. I fell into the game like most dudes on the internet. I snatched Kyrie Irving honor, I think, one day.
Kyrie Irving, what the fuck?
And when I snatched his honor, everybody went crazy, like, oh shit, it's the honor snatch. From then, it was like it was running like a warrant. So I started really pushing it.
How you created that? Like, you know, niggas the fuck up, throw them out the door.
Right.
That shit was real.
Right. So it's like I done it in real life.
Why did Kyrie honor get snatched?
I forgot why it was, but it's there. You know, when I do that type of honor snatch, it's not a permanent joint. It's like a temporary. But for the rats, those who have involved themselves in a streets activity, like, you know, and they, like myself, if you say, damn, what? That's how you on paperwork, or why is your name not of honor and you're speaking this? I'm like, I'm not going to compare myself with a ravishing murderer, but like how Mickey and John Gotti, them guys followed the rules.
Right.
I followed the rules to the T. I remember when Shady went on a joint and he went bananas on me, saying that me being in the halfway house was me telling.
Wow.
And guess what? He laughed about that shit because at the end of the day, people like don't know what they looking at. But your goal is who you are. Yeah. I didn't even follow a rat's rule in. I didn't even go through the proper channels to even get in the halfway house. Now you put your remedies in, and the feds you put remedies in. I didn't even follow those proper. When they told me I had to go further, whereas though I'm damn near telling the district, the region,
right?
All right, cut it off. I don't want to play this game here. Come anything with me doing anything that's outside of what I'm supposed to be doing,
right?
It's like if you catch me doing something negative now, it's like, yo.
I see the growth.
Same way. If you caught me doing something positive then, it'd have been like, why? That's not what I was on.
Alpo.
The rat. Let's make sure we give him the understanding of being a rat.
Not just a rat, he's a fucking bug.
Yeah.
Slime. And we don't diss the dead, but he's a fucking nut.
Yeah, no. We don't diss the dead. It's to the point like this. A lot of people didn't understand. I got 2 pages took from that about that guy. Because people side with the rat.
Wow.
When they side with the rat, what ends up happening is it causes confusion amongst our whole community. Now you got everybody coming outside thinking that just because that person is civilian, it's okay for them to cuff and stuff you when they've been knowing you all your life. We know certain extremes of civilians, they're going to go far.
Right.
But ain't nothing for grandmom or auntie so-and-so or my mom that you help up the steps every day to see you doing something wrong and tell your parents, yo, look, you chastise it, or, you know, if it's the village, I'll chastise it if you say it's okay.
Wow.
But to go to the same people that is incriminating and killing us, you see a dude go to jail, you see people go to jail, and you say, damn, that person went to jail, but you find out for whatever they may have done, that wasn't even a part of it. They didn't lock these people up on lies.
Wow.
Fat Bull, for instance.
Yeah, how you feel about that?
I'm hurt about it, but the reason why I'm not hurt is because if you look into these federal cases and stuff, all the dudes I seen that got the wheels and the 65s and the 50s and all that, they be home real soon.
Yeah.
It be the other dudes suffer that then pled out to the situation and can't get out. No, really, I mean, you'll be surprised at how many lifers. In every certain amount of years, you notice the feds, they be just kicking people out with their new laws. So you didn't plead out, right, to a 30-year bid when your whole squad might have went to trial and you're stuck and you might have not told. Right. You might have got scared and said, I'm going to plead out to what I'm pleading out to. It's like, damn, what happened here? You could have stood sturdy. And a lot of people miss that in certain instances. Like, if I'm on a case by myself, it's like I'm by myself. That's how it always been with me. Right. Fat Boy had his whole team there. Everybody stood sturdy. There wasn't no rat amongst the squad. So they heard my fellas what they done because the way they done it. You know, the way they done it, it was like, come on, y'all come at a time where this man is really, every time he get his peak, here they come. Here they come. I was around both times. But it's an honor being a part of the love that they have amongst them and their family. Like, a lot of people don't know they took me in. Yeah, that's thorough. So, you know, my whole immediate family left in the cane. Family. I got kids, but I don't have family, like, outside of my children. Wow. So it's like when you got that family, that's honor there. Oh, man. And my thing is that, you know, I never seen them do nothing wrong that I had to, you know, be like, I don't fuck with them no more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They never seen me, you know, put nobody in no position, because we're going to carry it. Yeah. You know, we're going to stay positive, but we're going to carry it. We ain't accepting no dishonor, man. You know what I'm saying?
The honor snatcher.
Yes, sir.
Darklo. Right. Your friend.
Was a boy. No, actually, that's a good little deeper. I was my Muslim brother. One who I hear him speak, we'll start, you know, talking Arabic almost together. You know, because we get the understanding of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We deep, we involved, we really a part of this. Yeah. Right? Yeah, that's brothership. And for him to sit in there on them hours and do it, but I've been knew it. We knew it. We've been knew him.
Queen's Flip interview. That's your guy.
Yeah, Flip. Shout out to Flip. And this probably got a little show on the gram that's popping. Not little, but a big show on the gram that's popping.
Yeah, he doing his thing, man. Salute to Flip.
Yeah.
Yep, he brought you and Elite Moss up.
Right.
And at the end of the interview, he asked you, and you wanted to release it, right? But you did it,
right,
in a good way that I got to figure this shit out.
Right, exactly.
You know, but if he did some things like that, right? So it's like we saw that you was like, because it was anybody else, you would have snatched that shit.
Right.
Take me to the moment when you first got the news and you first found out that, damn, he set them people for them hours.
Moss already, we had a conversation about it. And it was like, damn, Fat Boy was allowing us to know, like, damn, we don't know the full ends of this shit yet. Like, don't go in, y'all, relax, please. We don't know what's going on. We ain't give them the benefit of the doubt already. Right. But it was like, we never got the whole book that was going on. We got pieces of what they said. And you know, at first online, a lot of people, when you listen to court things, sometimes you got to go back. You can't hear something and be like, oh, and take it for what it's worth. The reason why I say that, and I want to come off the subject, right? When I was in jail, I used to come up trying to figure out the charges they was going to put me on, like in the feds, because I didn't have 924E armed career criminal in my indictment. Right. But the district attorney, the whatever they are, he kept on trying to push to my lawyer, like, yeah, that's him. He's going to get that. And it was like, damn, am I a career criminal? Armed career criminal? I didn't know the law. Right. So you got to go back and look and listen to the law and things that happen when it comes down to dishonor. And every word he said, from the beginning to the end, had no honor to it. Because from the start, guess what? When they asked him anything, he was never supposed to say that, oh man, I don't know why he was going around them guys anyway. Number one, what is them guys doing wrong that you don't want your friend to go around them? I knew something was going to happen.
On a more personal level,
right?
When did your friends become them guys?
You talking about at Fat Boy now?
Yeah, I'm saying Darklo. When did you start referring to your friends as them guys? You disassociated yourself.
We talking about far as with Low?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, at the end of the day, my joint is always...
No, I'm saying, how did Darklo go in the interview and change them from these being your friends, your brothers,
exactly,
to them guys?
Right.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, because his goal, you see the mindset, it's hard. A lot of people don't understand
himself. He was making himself...
He's doing anything possible to get himself out of trouble. So at the point that they told him that they needed an interview, he felt like he was in trouble when he wasn't, you see? That's the thing with people. Look, if they pull you over in your vehicle and they say, listen, whatever they're doing about the courtroom with AR they have no reason being in my home. You want to see some letters or something like that? Cool, y'all go get a warrant to go to my room. This home isn't in my name, I'm understanding, if not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's certain laws. He gave in from the rip because he said he didn't want his woman to get in trouble. But let me understand. Let me give you some understanding here, brother. His woman, if she's not illegal, she can have whatever gun she want to have in that home. They got open and searching for
I don't want to cut your wisdom, but I want to bring a professional in here.
Okay, let's bring... Hey, I only know one professional guy.
That's my dog.
Yeah. I don't know any other professional person that has the qualifications of being on this platform, but the only one, the honorable litigator. You know what I'm saying?
Litigator, man.
Welcome the honorable litigator here. He stood tall like Taj Mahal.
What's poppin'? How y'all feeling?
Oh, man, how you carrying it, baby?
I shake all y'all hands, man. It's worth the risk. I ain't worried about COVID. I'm around some strong men right now. What's up?
Well, can you mention that real quick before we give him on? Give him his wisdom. I just want to show people the accomplishments. This is the inquiry right here.
I'll open it up for him, bro. Fresh out the bag. We're gonna put it fresh out the bag. Hold this for me. Philadelphia Inquirer. First page. Can we see it? Can we see it?
Big black bag.
Can we see it over there?
That's honor there.
First page, man.
Right in the scales.
Right in the scales of justice, man. So they update. Overturned the life sentence without an attorney. That's without nobody standing beside me. I overturned the life sentence. I went to 2 trials, represented myself. That's me making opening arguments, closing arguments, representing, cross-examining witness, calling witnesses, as well as making any objections that need to be. I was found not guilty representing myself. Bang. I came home, start working with an attorney. I left the attorney's office and then start working with the Defenders Association, so I'm a public defender. But let it be known, anything I say right now is not a representation of the Defenders Association. It's full off of what I am, man. It's full off of what I am. And no, I'm not a street guy. If that's what you're looking for, that's not me, man.
That's our honor. We got to understand that these brothers are in the prisons. A lot of individuals, they shoot off the wrong gift to individuals in jail. You know how it is.
Ain't no doubt.
Individuals, they say, oh man, I know how to do this. They're getting food from people and they don't know nothing about a case in the world. But you get individuals like this brother here.
Ain't no doubt.
Who knows what he's doing. And sometimes you got to sit down and listen to everybody. In prison, all you got to do is have time. You have time.
Yeah.
So if somebody is coming to you and you're trying to figure out your case, and there's a brother that's on a block that's sharp like the litigator, you want to listen. So you want to take time to listen to everybody, but not every lawyer in there knows what they're doing. So I'm letting y'all know that now. Don't.
And I'm saying don't take nothing for face value, man. Everything I tell you right now, everything I tell you here and now, I challenge you to find holes in it. So I challenge you to go with the research, do your own research, and find holes in what I'm saying and support it by the law.
Right.
Don't support it by your opinion. Support anything I say with law, because anything I say gonna be supported by law.
Okay. So by law, right, is there a definition for cooperate?
Cooperation, anybody that works in and works with the police. Anybody that works with the police has cooperated. And when I'm gonna date back, anybody that works with, is case law. Anybody that works with the prosecution has cooperated. Now the police is part of the prosecution. You understand? They're part of the prosecution team. So when we say prosecution, we don't just mean prosecutor. We mean the prosecuting team. So if you work with the prosecuting team, whether the case comes to fruition or not, you have cooperated. So a lot of times a case may not come through fruition, right, but at your sentencing hearing, whatever let's say you cooperated and then you go to sentencing, the police will come and speak up for him like, yes, he cooperated with us. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So anybody that cooperates with the police.
Right.
So what, hearing that, is leading me to say, well, I'm gonna ask. If a police asks me any question, or if they ask me to do an interview, and I agree and have that interview, would that be considered cooperating? We're not getting into what was said in the interview yet.
Now,
just the fact that I'm having it, would that be considered?
It is ill-advised, right?
I know what you're gonna say.
To speak with the police without legal representation. I'm going to repeat that. It is ill-advised to speak to any police without legal representation. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have a Fifth Amendment right to be free from self-incrimination.
Correct.
You understand? So you exercise your fifth. If you haven't done anything wrong, still ask to speak to your attorney because it is a legal matter. An interrogation is a legal matter. I want to speak to my attorney. Now, so it is, first of all, it is ill-advised. When you do it, you are throwing yourself to the wolves. Right? So, not necessarily, you are cooperating, but you're not cooperating against anyone else until you name someone else
just off the definition.
Action.
Just off the definition of cooperating.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was asking. Just off the definition. The definition that you gave.
Cooperating.
Legally.
Right.
Cooperating, yeah.
All right. So now going into the statement, what if I agree to make a statement and just lie?
You still cooperated with the... Hold on. How'd you lie?
I didn't.
You still cooperated with police, but how did you lie? Because how you lie...
I'm saying I didn't tell them nothing that's the truth. I'm just saying for people that do that, because sometimes people do
like,
that.
Remember we was
and
talking
it's like, I didn't tell, I lied.
But do you finger somebody else? Do you finger somebody else?
No, you can't finger nobody else now. That's the honor in that. You can't. Fingering somebody is if you're lying to them,
even if you lie on somebody else,
I'm going to repeat it.
Don't play with them.
I'm going to repeat it again, right? It is ill-advised to speak with police, and that includes detectives, without an attorney. Ill-advised, whether you're a witness, and now this second part is my opinion. Whether you're a witness or a defendant. Now, the law and will say a defendant, it is ill-advised to speak with police or detectives.
Right.
I'm saying whether a witness or a defendant in the environment that we are in and the environment that we have been in since the Rizzo era, the 70s, COINTELPRO, it is ill-advised because you may think you're coming down as a witness and become a defendant.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So just ask to speak to an attorney.
In other words, don't play with them. In other words, what Leek was saying, what he's trying to say is that cooperating. He like, I'm not giving an answer to that. Don't play with these people. I advise you to get an attorney.
Yeah.
Go get one. Because you know, some guys are good. We're versatile.
Because basically he's saying, why is we getting past the attorney lawyer? Why is we getting past the lawyer? I'm saying, so you saying anybody that is ill-advised to get past the lawyer. I'm saying a lot of people get past the lawyer.
No. So first of all, you shouldn't be going to, and that's what I want to make clear. You should, if you have favorable information, right?
Right.
And let's say someone is arrested, or someone may be accused of something, he's not arrested yet, and you have favorable information to that defendant or that suspect, right? Go to the attorney. Go to the private investigator. Wait for the private investigator to come speak to you. Wait for the attorney to come speak to you. Make yourself available to the defense. Now, I broke down earlier that the law says the prosecution includes the prosecutor as well as the police agency. It calls it the government for a reason.
Right.
The Commonwealth for a reason, because that's the people working in cooperation with the prosecutor. Exactly. Now you have the defense, lawyers, private investigators, mitigation experts, all these people, paralegals. If you have favorable information, you don't go to the opposition with the favorable information because they had their mind on a suspect.
And that's what we were speaking on out there. You were saying like a lot of individuals, they got to fight back, but their family and friends, like their homies, be like, I ain't saying nothing. In other words, he like, pause. You don't have to go to the prosecutor to say anything. You see? Now, if the prosecuting ran down on him, he's allowing you to know, don't try to be the slickest guy in the world. Go run that information to the defense.
So
whatever that person's defense is, they said he was walking down the street going to this person's house, but he has an alibi. He was somewhere else.
Yeah.
That person that's that alibi need to go to that lawyer and speak to that lawyer.
That's
Don't
like
try to give the information to the prosecutor like I'm tough and I'm good with it because not everybody's good. You're going to mess up and mess the case up and even lock yourself up. Go to the lawyer.
Let me give an analogy so I can break it down in the most simplest form, right? When the game is started, when someone gets arrested, jump ball. The game has started.
Right.
Right? And so the game has started, right? You are in favor of your basketball team, right? Let's be gonna say it's a playground man. You're in favor of your basketball team. Why would you go, let's say you the Bulls, let's say you the Suns.
Right.
I'm in favor of the Bulls, right? I want to play for your team. Why would I go to Moss and be like, yo, I think he should do the X, Y, and Z on a. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all should run this play.
The whole play period.
No, but he can look at me now. If I even make it to you, he's already known. You can't even make the adequate decision as an attorney, as a defense. All right, how strategic are we going to be? Maybe we need to go interview another witness to corroborate, and maybe we need to go check some things and then give it to the prosecution.
I agree with you.
You understand? And also, when you deal with corruption, now crime is already high, but when you deal with corruption, added corruption, the funding for police for every arrest, the need to show a need for more police present with arrests, and the need to arrest people, as well as the crime rate. Why would you go to somebody who's looking for a conviction? Their conviction may be solid. You go to them, and now it's like, now they are a moral. You're banking on their moral dilemma to treat you right, although you may be destroying their case.
Exactly.
Damn, man.
True.
Wow.
Get your lawyer.
Yeah.
How about the dudes that's they talk to try to like protect themselves from getting it. Like they feel like if they don't say nothing, they hiding something.
They messed up. They got to get to the lawyer.
I'm going to say this again. Do not talk to the police without legal representation. There's no reason to talk to the police without legal representation. Now, if you are a witness, if you are an old lady, right, and you want to, I've seen some cases where I feel sorry for the elderly.
Right.
And I don't care. I feel sorry for the elderly. I've seen a case where a elderly woman that is over 60 gets abused by a female. Right? Now, the elderly woman called the police. Everything was settled.
Right.
She told them what happened. Do I consider that elderly woman a rat? No,
she's a civilian.
She's fragile. She's no one protecting us. We need to protect our elderly.
Right.
So if an elderly woman goes to the police, right? That means she has nobody to protect her. And if she does have somebody to protect her, she does not want that person to risk his life when his people already getting paid to do it. So I can bypass that. I'm not going to call an elderly woman a rat. I'm not going to do that. I can't snatch her honor. She's
her honor is intact. Grandma, we love you.
Yes, we love you. You've lived this life far too long. You shouldn't be going through this struggle. You understand what I'm saying? So I understand if she speaks with the police and gives her version of events. I understand if a complaining. I understand it. Sometimes you're fragile. You can't do nothing about it.
She's a civilian, correct.
But on the flip side, don't go after somebody and have an agenda.
A reason for doing this, right?
A hidden agenda.
Right.
That's a rat. Don't go after somebody. And I want to dive onto the violence, right? Because everybody put it on the young bulls, right?
Right.
But it ain't just the youngins.
Right.
I remember a time where elderly people were elderly people.
Right.
Right? elderly people told you to get your ass off my block with that damn drugs.
Exactly.
You go down on that avenue, or you go down there where all them beer distributors and Chinese people at and sell that shit, but you're not selling it on this block. Right. It is now a day where somebody will be selling on the block and they'll just be like, as long as it's not on my property, I'm cool. It's loud. Everything. They just go to them and say, keep it down, instead of yo take that shit around the corner to the Chinese store. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They'll say, okay, don't sit on my steps, sit next door, because I don't want the police come. And they'll also warn the people about police presence. Yo, y'all better watch that guy in that ski mask around the corner. So now you're fueling it.
Right.
Not consciously fueling it, but you giving them a home base.
See, what happens is, and this is where that's good and bad. I say it's good to a certain extent because it's just they're not giving them the direction after the fact. Like they're letting them do it, but they're not saying, look, this has to stop to a certain extent. I don't want to tell on you. I don't want to do this. Let's figure out how we can change this to something else. Y'all been selling drugs here for 20 years. Let's figure out how, at least this building is right here. I'm pretty sure 20 years you figured out how not to sell drugs here. Let's buy this building right here and figure it out together. Not everybody got the money. So you're going to have some individuals breaking rules. Like this abandoned home may have 2-3 homes and 2-3 families in there. Instead of calling the cops, getting their water, their electric, and all these things turned off, help them. Continue to help them. Yeah. Help them get their stuff on. Hey, listen, you don't have your electric on in that joint? Let's figure out how we can get your electric on. The house don't belong to nobody, or if it does, let's go to them to see if we can help them. The village gets tighter like this. You see what I'm saying?
So a lot of times people, and I want to say in the 90s and the 2000s, where people knew of these things, they act like it was, they would tell you stuff like this. Yo, my man downtown, he be looking out for me with the crib, so I be having crib. So you don't understand, you like, damn, he only getting the crib because he got to connect downtown. Whole time, you ain't got no connect, you just following, you just learned a little something. Right, you know what I'm saying? We got to share with each other. Right. And so you can't talk down on these young bulls without sharing any way to get income. You understand? You can't talk down on these youngins without giving them a career. You know what I'm saying? Right. And also, don't let it spill. Don't let it spill. Bro, if I know you're going through something, right? I'm going to kick you from around. I'm on the advisory board of a playground. Mm-hmm. If I know you're going through something, I'm going to say, bro, I know you got beef. Don't be around these kids, dog. Same thing can happen if your kid's playing on the block, man. Exactly. Have a reasonable conversation. Yo, y'all going through too much now. I got my kids playing out here. Don't take it around the corner, man.
But like, you gotta understand that nowadays it ain't too many people that's gonna say anything to the kids that got all the bodies. Who's gonna say something to them? It's no more men.
It is men.
There's a few.
You're a man, right?
In majority.
You are a man, right?
In majority.
It starts with one. You are a man,
that's
right?
My point.
You
see, now understand my point. I do control my area.
Ain't no doubt.
So my point by saying that is to get other people to start stepping up and wanting to be men. You see what I'm saying?
No doubt.
There's no more men. Nobody even want to be a man nowadays. That's not an aspiration of a young male.
Dudes don't even want to approach the youngins on the block. They rather get on the internet and talk. Now, and one thing about I'm not downplaying people to get on the internet and talk.
Right.
But because I'd rather you be on the internet talking, whatever way you getting your money doing promotion, than being on the streets shooting somebody for money. So I'm not downplaying anybody that gets on the internet. Do your drives, do everything, keep posting. Whatever works for you, it works for you. I'm not hating. But we need people on the ground. We even businesses understand they need people on the ground.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And we need more people on the ground that can come up to the youngins on the block and say, yo, this y'all doing this wrong, and that they respect.
Now, how do we, this is what I be going through, how do we get everybody to understand? Because you know how at the end of the day...
For the record, Matt keep fucking with the lights, y'all.
I know.
Matt keep fucking with the lights.
At the end of the day, a lot of people were raised with no guidance at all.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we have people that we hate them too. So a lot of people don't understand, like an individual who was raised with no guidance at all, where Both parents was on drugs. They in and out of placements. Even in them placements, they would, get the F over there, treated bad, mistreated, and they harm. And their thing is that they only know the violence. Mom and pop in the crib fighting all day, or drugs. This is all they know. How do we begin to...
That was our story, though. I don't think that's the problem.
The direction.
I think
that was like more of us. Nowadays, kids ain't going to no group homes and all that shit. They're going to prison at 16.
Right,
prison,
so they're not getting
3 homicides.
They're not getting none of that.
This is what's going on here.
Hold on. It's kids still. Now kids are still going to. I'm not going to say not going to prison, right? But more kids are going. You'll find CF got 2. No, RCF maybe got 2 or 3 juvenile blocks, right? Mm-hmm. But you still got St. Gabe's that's still full. You still got places like Abraxas is.
Abraxas one and all that. Yeah.
The boot camps is still full. George Julius is still full. But
we're not talking about bad kids.
No, because those placements breed it.
They don't have placements no more. They still got the places.
They still got them places.
So they send us people like you were saying, Braxis and all.
They still send people to them places, and it's not the same place that you was, right?
I'm saying that this is not the era. This is not the era where people growing up bad kids. They're not. They're growing up good football players, good basketball players, go straight from that, straight to a gun and 3 homicides.
On where they at.
But I'm saying
this is most of the kids now. This is most of them. Most of the kids that's beefing, they all went to football together. They was good kids. You see what I'm saying?
So did they ever go to placement? A lot of them.
I'm talking about the ones that don't got, like the ones that you got to put on. They claiming that they have to give them medication because they really experienced things like been raped and their moms and like that type of home. I ain't talking about a home where you went in and you got in a little trouble and your mom was acting up a little bit and you went to jail. I'm talking about where it's like no type of anything they had. They've been raped. They didn't, watch their sister get raped by their uncle the whole time. It's family like that.
This is a devastating scenario you giving right now.
Yeah, because it's some kids. No, because you know why? I had ran into a kid like that. They had a problem. And when I was conversing with him, I was trying to get why he was like this. I couldn't understand it. And he told me these things, the trauma that he went through. And it's like, damn, well, some people may think this kid, he's not giving this to everybody. Somebody thinking that he's just acting out to be acting out. He's not.
Now, y'all ping ponging me now. Y'all treating me. Y'all ping ponging me because
we're trying to get some.
Your answer. Moss already answered your answer. Matter of fact, Moss already answered your question, and you just want me to repeat what Moss said.
No, Moss said Moss said okay.
Moss said you need men.
Okay.
Right? You just told me that you got him to open up to you because he was so you was the man that he needed.
Man, let's be doing that shit forever, man.
Right.
I want to speak on what y'all doing for the kids.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
y'all really like y'all said we need men that's on the ground.
Right.
Leak Moss and Kiara been to work all summer.
Exactly.
Speak on what y'all been doing for the kids and with the opportunity.
We started the Swift Basketball League.
That was major.
That was the start. Yeah. Swift Basketball League is for kids ranging from ages 8 to 17 next year. This year it was 16, but it's on Kennington Elementary School, 16th in Ontario.
Heavy.
Basketball court, cement, done everything.
Yeah, we got that.
Speak on what you on the way to right now. That you about to
good book.
At 5 o'clock we gonna do an interview, see who wanted for an engineer. We trying to start a program, not for rap. Not for rap. We trying to start a program to teach kids how to make beats, engineer.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
That's
make money. Yeah, I love it.
And we want everybody to get this Condas Crispus, man.
What's that?
Something new we add into the world, man.
What is it?
Condas Crispus is this Irish sea moss. And real quick, I don't want to get into a long joint, but I have to for the community. A lot of people, just, everything is everywhere. And people are afraid, like, damn, well, maybe I shouldn't take it then. If everything is everywhere, nobody knows anything. Dr. Savy spoke of one sea moss, Condas crispus. It predominantly grows in close to Ireland, Atlantic Ocean, on the coasts of Ireland. This is where it grows. But at the same token, it's other parts of the world where individuals are using it. It's a rock that it's attached to. It's getting all its minerals from a rock. So the sea moss we were getting before, although I'm one of the individuals that like pushed it everywhere in our community, we don't have an understanding exactly what it is because it's not coming off a rock. They're putting pieces of it on a rope, and it's helping individuals though. You know, some people are saying they're getting help, but the problem is it doesn't last that long. Like your body start getting used to it. The reason why they're duplicating what they're finding pieces of in the water, there isn't no more, honestly. Cotton. So our people, you know, they're getting money off of it, but they're not helping the divers. So the divers got to take the rope. You can't be mad at them. They're taking the boat. They're putting the sea moss, duplicating and everything. This you can't do that with. This comes off a rock. Even a rock, if you take this off incorrectly, guess what? The rock won't even produce any more chondrous Irish sea moss. So this is real Irish sea moss. What everybody has is an algae that comes from somewhere. The brother speaks on it. He says it's from Venezuela, here, there. They reproduce it how they reproduce it. This, you can't produce this. Only God, nature can produce this.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
Only God, nature.
That's all. Ain't nothing else ain't nothing powerful.
Irish sea moss.
Irish sea moss, 92 of the 102
Where can they get that?
Well, listen, you can follow me at King Erner's official page. I don't deal with websites. Why? Most of these websites, what they do, take our money. We bring all this traffic there. I bring my whole platform. They don't say to me, hey, King Erner, we're going to give you this, that, and the third. So I'm doing it via Cash App myself.
Talk to him.
Based off of honor, I'll
King
pay that
Erner.
tax.
I want to just see.
We got the good book. Hold on.
Go ahead. No,
Go ahead.
No,
you go ahead because I want you to formally give it because before we leave, the couple minutes we have left, what all we were just talking about, the cultivation, the kids, everything, is right there in the good book.
Pivot to him.
The good book.
What's up, man? What's up with the good book, man? Talk to us about
That was a different Mars I saw.
Lord, we still got the camera rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The good book, yeah, now that was something, that was 2 years in the making. It just took real quick to make it, but it was 2 years in the making. Part of my change. It's a part of who I am now.
I hear the growth. I hear the elevation. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, this
You got an anthem on there.
it's been going on for years. If anybody paid attention to my music, I've been stopped being a gangster rapper. I've been talking like this forever. Nobody just listens, including you. Nobody listens.
I'm crying. I got a question, yo.
Oh, I want to say this.
Go ahead.
The good book. In between promoting that good book, we saw Leak Malls and Erie Ave dragging. What you say?
That mutt. Mikey flew around.
Go ahead. What's up with it?
Yeah, we gotta speak on this, and I gotta go, but I got 10 more minutes. Go ahead.
No, I didn't really. He fell. I just was trying to take him to the car. That was it. I really just wanted to smack him. My initial John was like, I'm gonna smack him.
Here comes the
Please don't touch him. The moment you touch him, we're going to jail. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm really a thinker. I could have really fun, but it was like, listen, please don't touch him. I just want to smack him. And when I smacked him, he tried to run. Then I choked him.
Took the life out.
The girl, whoever car it was, the girl, get off my car.
Right.
But she was recording, so that's when I slammed him off the car. That's what y'all get, because she in the car. You see what I'm saying? Recording. So she couldn't really catch none of that. But once I, got him away from the car, that's what y'all seen the rest from there.
And
but I wasn't trying to fight that guy, man.
And my junk was...
He was coaching.
Yeah, I had to be a coach.
I was surprised because
he
y'all
told me, you know why? It's hard. For me, it's hard to see anybody I love have a fight. So it's like, what do I do here? I'm itchy, but I gotta watch the crowd too. And it's like, I gotta listen because it's something that's good out of this. This explained who we were, even how Moss carried it. You know what I mean? We could have took it way further than that.
Yeah, because
he was been way dumber than that. But he had the brain for it. He said, listen.
Tell him I wasn't even on this.
No, he was doing something else, and I happened to on the tube.
He on the joint.
I said, look
and see.
He was in front of Area like this.
But I'm still like,
Right.
Trying to get my phone. I ain't got no phone or nothing. My thing is I need to get my car, my phone. I'm trying to get my belongings. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you would have got him in that car, he would have took a ride with you.
Yeah, for a couple hours. I wouldn't have kept
Not do
it
not join. And on top of that, like you got to understand that Mikey Flea ain't the first person to do that. Bosco done that to me, but we didn't see it. And Moss always said, "Ooh, that can't happen again." You see what I'm saying? So while he's doing something else, and I say it, he said, "You know what? The stress that I have, I can take it that way." Whenever he got Blank on me, the last thing I remember him saying to me, because I want Blank a little bit too, he said, "Yo, don't hit him, please.
Oh, that's
Don't do it. Don't do it."
No,
you know me, I haven't seen this guy. It's like,
damn.
Ooh. But you know what? That's where the honor and that the gratification came from. If he done it, it's just like me doing it too. So I was thankful. It was the first time in my life I was able to say, "Beautiful work here." Beautiful. Oh my goodness, yes. See, y'all wasn't there. He really, Mikey T is blessed. These blows was the first slap, took everything out of him. His honor flew. I grabbed it. Boom. Once I grabbed it, I put it in the headlock. And meanwhile, he's kicking him. I mean, he's not kicking him. He's whatever. It's like it went blank. But all I remember when I came back off of this high, him saying, "You say stuff about people's mothers, King Earner." What? I'm like, man, you know what? This is sick here. This Yahudi has taken a little too far here. He's went a little too far, and his honor needed to be snatched. And it was just understanding the people, like, please, we don't want to be bothered. We're not bothering anyone. We'd rather just go our way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Just let us go our whole way. And that was it was fun. I loved it. I mean, I still feel good. It's like similar.
I think we always relieving it.
Yeah,
he's been starting trouble.
Everybody.
Oh my God.
Everybody.
He looked like he
was
got
doing
something.
that. It's
His
the same
eyes
time.
was yellow.
Everybody was.
That's why when I seen the blood, I got away from him because I looked. His eyes was like yellow, like he's on something. It looked like he got something.
That's the heroin, man. It's the fatty wop.
He called ab on y'all niggas.
We want to. This is how I know he was a kid.
He stayed in my DM. He keep jumping in my DM.
Did you see his titles though? AR Ab says this about King Earner. I'm like, this guy here is playing a vicious game. Yeah. And guess what? It was beautiful because Moss was able to do all of it in 1 second. It was like, I'm still high off of it. It was like an ecstasy kicked in when we brought it up this now. It's like, he's rolling around, his blood is everywhere.
Yeah, bitch
this mud that was just, oh man. And that, you know, it's few people that I want that law about. I said, you know what? I'm going to put it in his hands, like people that play with us.
What about Kelly TV?
I don't even know who that is. See, because what happens is, I'm going to tell you what happens with these sites and people. Something happened to one of these individuals. We're going to jail for it. If this person walk out of that house and die, the first lie they're going to say, that's why I don't mention certain individuals.
Right. Mm-hmm.
See, I could mention you because it really wasn't serious.
Right.
You were more angry than I was.
That's how I fucked
But at the end of the day, what I learned about it was that's how you get people. You get them angry and just slug off. Yep. But at the end of the day, certain people I'll never mention because if something happens to them people, they're going to think that we done it. And I just wish them people the best of luck.
I respect that. And we all in a different space.
I bless them. Please walk
I want to say the compliment before we close out. You been with Benny. That's your guy. You bring Kevin Gates, you brought him down the hood.
Honor and tap.
That was heavy.
That was heavy.
You know what I mean?
Heavy. Benny and Kevin.
I don't want to rush this thing. I just want to speak on the accomplishments, man.
Right.
You're doing your thing.
Mean, if that's an accomplishment, I don't really look at that as an accomplishment because of the relationship that me and Benny got. It wasn't like I've called a rapper. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though, we've been following his music. We've been following their music because of Moolah. Shout out my little brother Moolah. The introduction came from Moolah. He always pushed Benny. He pushed out of everybody, kept pushing Benny on me. Look, man, you gotta just listen to him. Just listen. And I listened and it was like, damn, he is talking that shit. We start going to shows. This was like 2015, 2016, some shit like that.
Girl.
You know what I'm saying? So we had a relationship from there with all of them, with the whole Griselda. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Conway, shout out Conway, Benny. We always had relationships with them.
So my last question, right? And I know the people want to know about this. What's up with the pill stage with Ab? How does it look?
Well, it just started a couple, December. Because whenever the last guy had got sentenced. He just got sentenced recently, so that's when that appeal is just starting. So but we in high hopes.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't call that guy, that low guy, when he come back.
Yeah, when he come, I don't think they won't even make it to that point when he's posed so many things. It's not even too much of what that mutt done, because nobody believes that mutt. Who believes a rat? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly, a
But
rat.
he did connect them.
Yeah,
Real
see,
quick,
that's what I'm saying,
law-wise,
but you know how
right?
a
Just
rat
law.
is.
I just want to
like,
speak
all right,
law
rat.
for
I
one
want to spend
second,
some
real
time with this.
quick.
Go. You can carry this. I have to go. Love y'all niggas.
Real quick, law-wise, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to rush this thing. Really get
My
done.
phone's my Jake. Come on, give me a handshake before you leave. Don't leave my hand up in the air. I don't like grabbing air.
Yeah.
Not in mine.
Yeah.
A judge, right?
Uh-huh.
If a judge shows biasness on your case,
Then you can get the judge recused.
that's it.
You can get the judge recused, and if the judge, if it was a constitutional violation, then you can't overturn it.
Because I forgot the case law begin with an N. What's that case law again?
Which one?
Begin with an N.
Who sent it to us, Joe, in reference to?
I mean,
might
if
not
you
want-
can prove that a judge was biased,
Right.
with dealing with the case, then that's grounds for a guy. He got automatic reversal.
Yeah.
Automatic, not even appeal.
That's an overturn though, but that's what an overturn is.
Yeah, automatic
Okay.
overturn.
But you gotta understand that is an appeal. Anytime I take it out the judge's hand and go to somebody higher than her, it's an appeal.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
So
Right.
let me ask you this question though, like, all right, boom. What I remember at a time like the mafia and all that other stuff, I was just watching a lot of stuff, just getting input. I'm trying to get certain laws understood. And they got bells. I'm talking about it would be they're racketeering to something that was strange.
But they're paid bills.
And they had people.
That's what I'm saying, but we don't.
But they had
never
people
seen them
inside the courtroom.
After the feds, yeah.
They have
After
people
lose.
inside the courtrooms too, though. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly, but I'm just saying, but they've done it by law though, or they wouldn't have been able to do it. You
a
feel
lot
me?
of times, this what happens when they try to get your bail in the feds. They try to get your bail removed by connecting you to some source of violence. Even if
I'm saying,
even if they didn't charge you with a violent act,
Right.
in the bail
Initial,
here, and they
right.
would say, yeah, this gang has this drug ring has resulted in
Right.
3 homicide investigations.
Right.
And it be a lot of priors of violence and with them.
But that's what I'm saying. You look at guys like Nicky
They
Scarpa.
doing bail a lot more now, though.
Yeah,
I know a
listen.
lot of
they
people
doing
getting
a
bail.
lot
for
of
yeah,
bail. Bail is getting more now.
But majority of the times in these times, not we don't want to cut off or say it all. You know what happens in the feds.
It'll be
You
a
got
high bail.
A bad.
It'd definitely be a bail, but it'd be a bail that's like
I never seen a solid guy. Now I've seen some OGs, like the Black Mafia OGs from they joint where they got bail, like when they joints like on the pill. Like they got found guilty that day, boom, a pill bail set in play, boom, they going home on bail and stood sturdy. What I'm saying is like nowadays you rarely hear a person from the rip. The lawyer even tell you like, oh, what are you gonna fight a bail for? Like they don't want to fight bails in a federal case if you had a prior.
and it depends what the prior is. Now my prior is if I got a federal case for busting checks, right? And my prior is a trespassing. I'm gonna late bail.
No, but know why? Guess what here? A trespassing in the feds is similar. They call it a burglary, right? A burglary
It's
in the
similar to a
feds.
burglary.
A burglary in the
Accidental
feds. A burglary in the
No, but
feds
I'm
won't
saying
get you.
my
It's like
prior.
it's super violent.
No, I'm saying my prior.
Right.
So it's different types of trespassing too.
They don't
it's
care.
Defiant trespassing and it's criminal trespassing. Criminal trespassing is similar to burglary. Defiant trespassing is you let me in here. We had an argument.
But that goes into the statute, correct?
Yeah, that goes
but
into
see,
the
now in the
statute.
feds, they're not allowed to go into the statute, so they consider that burglary.
But it's also
Because what you could have done in the home.
the argument. Trespassing. See, we talking about trespassing, burglary.
Right.
Trespassing is like I walk into an establishment or a place and I don't leave, or I break into a place and I don't
Exactly.
leave. Burglary is breaking in.
Right, like I broke all the way
I
in.
broke in. Trespassing is I wasn't supposed to be there and I still went there.
Right.
You know, it's a difference. But
Right.
your lawyer has to explain that.
Yeah. It's just I never.
Bro, I'm a
I
bail
always-
navigator. This is what I do, bro. I get people out of jail without paying their bail. This is what I do. Like, you get booked, it come across my desk, I go see you with my magic, get you out of jail without paying your bill.
That's heavy.
You know what I'm saying?
Heavy
So,
honor.
and
Hey,
this
listen.
line, and this what I do,
Right.
Bill.
Hey, no, that's a heavy joint there. That's honor.
Yeah, 'cause
Boy, he need to be a part of a family, almost an honorable counselor.
I said in the courtroom, and I heard them say, I'm pretty sure I heard them say nobody should be in jail for the sole purpose of they can't afford the bail.
No, that's been the argument.
What? I wish they'd do that 3 million, 2 million. Like, I'm sick of it.
Yeah, I
So-
can't pay it, so y'all got to drop it down to where it's reasonable enough for me.
But it also
That's
it
deep.
also
Now they look
it's
into
also
your background. Do you
circumstances.
got any flight? Are you a flight risk? What is your case?
But
You see what I'm saying?
you can balance it out. Listen, if I come home, letter from an employer, he gonna hire him. A letter from community organizers, he did X, Y, and Z. The things you doing with the
Kids and stuff.
letters from them, boom, boom. That always that lowers. See, bail is supposed to weigh your risk to society. And the likelihood that you would come back to come to court. So
Right.
once you put that you doing all this for society, right? And you lining it up, you're playing and everything. Your bail, okay, it's lower because now your risk to society is lower. You show my ability to come back to court. Listen, you don't gotta keep me in jail. There's other ways you can ensure I come back to court.
Right.
Tier 1 supervision, I call somebody once a week. Tier 2 supervision, call somebody twice a week. Direct supervision, go see somebody once a week.
Right.
House arrest. There's other ways to ensure I go back to court, especially if I'm going to a program every day.
Exactly.
You already know I ain't running. I'm in the
Where I'm
program.
going to,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'm improving myself,
Right.
and that's pre-entry instead of re-entry. But that's a whole nother thing, man. We
Right,
Philly
but it was
First
an honor,
48,
though,
man.
man.
It's an honor. We got King Erner. We got the boy Leak Moss. Y'all go holla at the good book. Go tell him what it is. Tell him the new Moss.
Hey, listen, the Honorable Condorus Crispus, 92 of that 102
I like how you
minerals.
said it.
And guess what? It comes off a rock. It gets its mineral off the rock that Allah created. Pure honor.
Condorus Crispus. So all you ladies that like to rap like Rocky, Condorus, you can flip your tongue
Condorus.
like her. Condorus Crispus. You know what I mean? We got Leak Moss, we got King Erner, Johnny Mac, Philly First
Ain't no
48,
question.
and we out here, man.
Salute.